What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Zed back at it again with another video. I want to preface this video. Blah, 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 blah. I want to preface this video by saying that being in healthcare, even as a tech, nurse, patient transporter, sitter, I just want to let you guys know that it is not easy. I come up here and I, post videos and show my personality, and I just give you guys the real, which is what I like doing over here, giving you guys the real about working in healthcare. But this job is not easy. I know it's not easy, and I never thought it was. Even when I initially wanted to get into working as a nursing tech to then become a nurse. I see so many comments of people saying, hey man, appreciate the videos, but you never mention how exhausting the job is. You never mention how backbreaking this work is. And I kind of just want to bite the bullet on this and just tell you guys, like, it's the job, you know what I mean? This is why I come up here and I say nursing isn't for everybody. Being a tech or a nursing aide or whatever you call it in your state, or city, you know what I mean, or region of areas of the United States, this is not the easiest job, but it is so fulfilling. And I don't want to speak for everybody, but it's so fulfilling for me. The ability to have autonomy over your own schedule is amazing. You're not a robot working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, although the job is hard. And although, you are, doing more of like manual labor kind of work, it gives you the ability to work, 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts in an environment that's thriving, that's always going to be in business. If another, virus was to shut down the United States, you will have a job. You won't be lacking money or anything like that. There's opportunity in this field to grow. But needless to say, with all of that I've mentioned, burnout is real. And that's kind of where I want to lead this video into. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and like, go ahead and comment. We are growing. And I have been posting CNA content for about a year now, and nursing school content about the same. And I want to focus more on the burnout for this video, at least. Thank you guys for rocking with me. If you've been rocking with me, and if you're new, appreciate you too. But burnout is real. Burnout is something that you cannot avoid, especially while working in this field. Some people have more endurance than others, but burnout is real. I've experienced it. I'm sure that people that have experienced it, and I've been facing bouts of, can I do this? And I'm gonna continue. What I do know about nursing is, and I kind of want to, shine a little light on the people who have been able to navigate this space, make improvements within their life, transition into other businesses too. This job and career is fulfilling. I never absolutely dread going into work. I might not, nobody really wants to work, to be honest. At least, I don't think nobody really wants to work, even if it's something you enjoy doing. But the job itself is not the easiest. The job itself is not the easiest. You will be subjected to cleaning patients, to, being around a lot of bodily fluids, which I know some people have issues with, but it's a part of the job. You will be dealing with urine, poop, emesis, throat, like spit, like it's just, it's a part of the job. It comes with it. You're caring for humans or people who cannot really care for themselves. So you have to keep that in mind. And I try to keep that in mind as much as I can. The hospital is a very vulnerable place. Nobody really wants to be in a hospital, but if you are there, you want to make it as comfortable as possible. And I just try to make it as normalized and comfortable as possible. If patients come in for whatever reason, whether it's, anywhere from a broken arm to, cancer to, needing a different, needing a heart procedure, it's all of that is in line of being in a hospital, and you want to make it as comfortable as possible. This is kind of like my rant about being a CNA and entering this space, as a nursing student as well, it's no way to fully define what this job is. Um, and this is more on the somber tip, but I speak a lot of positivity, but I never really speak about the real. Also, going through a career change, like in your mid 20s, going through a career change after graduating and working in the field for almost 3 years, and then changing and being like, hey, I want to, go into the medical field and kind of pursue and see, what opportunity is there. I felt crazy when I first started, but it's only opened my eyes and giving me an opportunity to kind of figure out what I want to do with my life. I do know nursing is something that will, hear me clearly. I do know that nursing is something that will allow me to um, eventually transition into something else. I know so many nurses that make a buku amount of bread and they can transition and do other things as well. I started with full-time working in a neuro department, and now I work in a cardiac progressive unit basically. And I'm PRN, and being PRN has literally opened up so much time for me to continue to post for you guys and continue to think of content that create, because that's my first love. I feel like my first love is kind of like showing my personality, and even though my first love would have been like music or writing poetry and stuff like that, I do enjoy content, and being able to create content for you guys and seeing you guys enjoy it and, want more, and then asking me, hey, when's the next video? When's the next short? That makes me happy. That makes me know that I'm helping people, because that's what I started this channel for, is simply to help people. But being in healthcare has shown me a lot, and you can literally make so much money initially that you can go into like real estate, start your own business, have startup money to start your own business, and still not be relegated to working a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 full-time job. I want to be able to do 3 days, spend the rest of the days kind of like resting, traveling, doing what I need to do to, release myself from the matrix and be able to work kind of on my own schedule. I don't have any kids yet. I don't have a wife yet. I do have a girlfriend, but we have autonomy over our own schedules. We're not obligated to do anything for anybody except for us, basically. But burnout is real. It comes with the job. It's gonna come with the job. And if you don't think you will be able to handle burnout, I don't think this is the right field for you. It's a stressful job. It has a lot of downs, but also has a lot of ups as well. It has a lot of ups. It has a lot of ups. You can work day or night. I work nights simply so I can do class in the morning, and be able to go to the gym, be able to go to doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, kind of like have a full autonomy over my day, and then coming to work where it's not a lot of management and it's not a lot of like oversight, and you kind of like can do your own schedule and care for patients that are up, because sometimes they are asleep. They don't sleep often, but sometimes they are asleep. And this is kind of like a scatterbrain video, so if you are still sticking with me, I truly appreciate you. I want to get all my thoughts out, because this is something I don't do often. Usually I'm all, hey, positive, positive, positive. And not to say that this is negative, but this is more so real. This is my real thoughts about being a tech. This is my real thoughts and ideas and observations about working in healthcare, especially at the ground bottom level as a CNA. And I want you to hear it. So yeah. To kind of make this video more concise, I'll talk about burnout. I'll talk about ways that I have dealt with burnout and just my thoughts on where nursing is going. Being a nursing tech, or a CNA, certified nursing assistant, is one of the easiest things that you can do to see if you want to work in the hospital. And if you want to kind of become a nurse, I'm not going to say it's the first thing to a nurse, but you help nurses do everything. You help nurses change patients. You help nurses change dressings, which is like, the bandages that are over, any wounds or incisions or anything like that. You help nurses do everything. Anywhere from feeding a patient to sitting a patient up to assessing a patient. I've sat through a lot of assessments with patients, and it's a very fulfilling job, and especially when you find those patients or you find that unit that you truly enjoy, and the patients are so happy to see you and say, "Oh, you remind me of my grandson." That's something I get all the time. "Oh, you remind me of my grandson. You such a sweet man." I know you get all the ladies. I know that or when they be like, "Oh, if I was 20 years younger," you know what I mean? So I think all that stuff is just funny to me. And being a male in this space as well is also super fulfilling because there's a need. There's a shortage of guys that work in healthcare because healthcare is, typically a, woman-run field. It's saturated with just women in the healthcare space, and I think men take up, as of when I looked it up, 2020. I think I looked it up last year in 2022. Men make up like less than 10% of the space, and for Black men as well, it's even less. It's even less, and I'm talking about nursing specifically. It's even less. And I don't necessarily want to change that, but I do want to just give people the opportunity to know that this is out there. When I went to college initially, I never thought I would be on the clinical side of healthcare. My goal was to go straight to administration, but the opportunity that I'm seeing in the clinical space is ideal. If I was in administration, I probably would have to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and, be relegated to coming into work every day and, kind of living in that kind of like boom, 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 straightforward, straight and narrow kind of space. And I didn't want to go that way. I went into sales right after school, and I decided that I didn't want to continue to work that, Monday through Friday kind of life. I do like my time. And when I tell people I'm going into nursing, they're like, "Oh, you're crazy. And I just want to say, like, this is something I want to do. And the support that I get from you guys make it all worthwhile. When I edit this, I'll try to make more sense because I know I'm all over the place. I'm going off on a tangent right now, but if I look sleepy as well, it's because I went to the gym. Burnout is not easy to deal with. There's some days I come into work and I instantly want to go home. And then there's some days I come into work and I love it. That's the nuance in working this job. There's some days where I come in and I'm just like, yeah, like, let's get it, let's do it. And something crazy happens, like, I don't know, a patient, tries to get out of bed, or a patient has a big blowout, or, as stressful and as chaotic as it is, I thrive in it. Absolutely thrive in it. You find your own pace working in healthcare. You do. You work on your patients. You find your own pace to get things done, and you just try to show kindness. That's one thing I think is I don't speak about enough, but I show my personality with everybody. I love talking to people. I love showing my personality. I love to hear myself talk. I just love everything about being able to change a person's mood by what you say and what you do for the better. And when I walk into units and like older Black women are so happy because they're like, "Oh, you're a young man, young Black man in healthcare." Like, that's awesome. Like, I love that. And it's like, I feel good about that. I do feel good about that because I know that I'm doing something that's not the norm. I know I'm doing something that's not, common. And I kind of want to be like a face card or like an image for, Black men in healthcare. And I thought about that when I first started this channel, and I'm thinking about it now. So, we'll only see how far this job goes, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I really, really, really am. I'm excited to see where it goes. Working in healthcare is not easy, but it's not the worst thing either. So I advise everybody, if you want to get into nursing and you think this is something that you want to do, become a tech, become a CNA, see if you want to do it. That's the best way to figure it out, I think. Shadowing is not enough. You need to be in the fight, in it, seeing if you want to do it. That's how you decide if you want to do it or not. And And the scatterbrained this video is, I got 100 more that's concise and makes sense. But I definitely wanted to get these thoughts out there. And if you have been watching this entire time, I appreciate it. That's all I got. Peace, YouTube. Appreciate it. Subscribe for more. Bye.